but don't count out endgame just yet, because still quite a heavy plate map for them as well. But perhaps it wasn't quite their week, so let's hope that they're able to pull something more out of the bag. This time, though, endgame starting on CT side, so already the different side than last time. But let's see what they are able to do. At least the first 2 kills going in favor of Black Dragon, but a trade eventually happening from Lulu, who's still fighting here from long, while the rest of the team is coming in through CT.
Not the best place to be coming in for the retake. These angles favor the T's, and you can see just tapping, finding all their heads. Nani finding 2 there. Dina finding 2 of her own. So good start there for Black Dragons. Just the quick aggression towards short, panning out perfectly for them, catching both the players that were stuck towards car, which can be a bit of a tough position to be playing from. Sinon had rotated from there towards site and got caught kind of mid-rotation, so not the best timing for her. And that flank working out perfectly as well, catches the player towards long off guard. So, oh, Youngher, what a nice little shot there from the scout, taking down Sinon. Scout on the other side also chiming in, but Julie and Dina, they're going to be the ones putting the aggression on. Already this bomb making its way onto site just 30 seconds into the round.
Ooh, well, they're still trying to give everything they got, and with a missed shot by the scout, there's like Nami definitely will take that one up for grabs. Still, well, a 3v4 retake, not quite impossible, but there is some smokes in the way. There's even one more in hand of Julie. With that missed shot, looks like they will just be backing off, saving the actually 3 scouts now.
That's actually not bad, right? They'll have 3 scouts and 2 deagles without needing to invest anything in. So they get a second shot at, trying to steal their way around. So it's not the worst outcome.
Especially, 3 scouts on CT side is a lot more preferable than on the T side. Ooh, they spotted a player. But Nami will just stay quiet for now. Don't want to lose the weaponry. Ooh, Flicks also found a player. But everyone will hold on tight to their weapons, and with that, a second round on the board in favor of Black Dragons, and they can go for a bit of a bonus round. Back 10 and the 2 Galil still in hand. Actually, make it 3, as Junger didn't have the most amount of money. Nami, though, did find... Oh, actually, no, it was the Flicks grabbing the first kill. And already, look at this, the scouts are doing massive damage, got us down to just 30 health. In return, though, some damage has been dealt. But look at this, the crunch coming in, putting quite some pressure onto the T side. And they've already creeped in real close with those scouts.
Yeah, 3 scout retake with the AK. Not the best position to be in. No kit. Actually, there is a kit on Caldezina from that force. So, potentially they could give this a look in. They do know they've tagged 1 player low. Probably worth at least these scouts. They've got nothing really to lose here. So it's not worth... I mean, it's definitely worth having a little bit of a squiz. Younger. Going to be testing that flash is perfect, but the scouts are just not the weapon for the job. Caldezina finds 1, but it's not quite enough to do it. Now Sinon just going to be looking to do damage, but it's Nani who damages her, taking her down the end, and even with that initial kill going the way of endgame, it is going to be Black Dragons finding the round and keeping 3 alive, retaining those rifles and already starting to build up a pretty decent bank here. Although we are going to see now the AWP picking up the Flicks on endgame side.
Yeah, Junger also has, of course, that AWP. So it's going to be a nice battle head-to-head. Junger jump spotting there in suicide. Not quite seeing anyone so far. Nami, though, working off of the smoke. Trying to stay a little bit unpredictable. Well, actually, in fact, T's are really close, and she heard the cue. Hope she can just peek the different angle instead, but Junger's still there with the op. Grabbing now the opening pick, and Black Dragons can now decide of where to go. So the bomb's still in tunnels. Perhaps going towards B. But looks like they haven't quite made up their mind just yet.
Yeah, a bit of a matter of timing there on the opening kill there. Naomi on the wrong end of that AWP. Coldazina has to be careful here. Youngest now holding her angle. So she picks out, she's in danger. LaFlix has a great angle here, but the flick isn't actually there. So is forced to drop off. Lunga does chime in for that kill on Coldazina as well. Now LaFlix has fallen back to a bit of an off angle here, but it's a bit of a once and done one. So she has to hit this shot. Well, that trade can come in. 3v5, and they're all falling back to long. This bomb site going to be more or less free for the taking, unless LaFlix has like actually a bomb. It's actually a fake out here. They're going to be going straight to B, so it's going to be a free bomb site. Black Dragons, the perfect read, and going to be a fourth. There's nothing that EndGame can do here.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a tough one. So far away as well, over at long. So they will just be sitting tight and yeah, trying again next round. They have free weapons, especially up until the flicks. It's going to be important, but it does need to have some impact. This round, LaFlix was actually in a very good spot to do so, but simply missing the shot, resulting then in well, 2 more deaths. Of course, we're still in the early game, so anything can still be possible. Not if the arc now gets lost. They are gonna get very eager to try and get it back, but it's not gonna go without a fight. Sign does have it all. Where is it? She missed it. It is so unfortunate. Yes, they do stay alive with 2 more players, but an ARP lost. Yeah, that's not very ideal.
Do you think we might see another 16-0? We're up to the right start for it.
I want to say no, because so far that I do see potential in EndGame. But yeah, you never know. You can't tell. Perhaps the momentum will be on the side of Black Dragons. At least this time around, it's okay if that were to be the case. We are predicting Black Dragons to win this one anyway. Oh, man.
Stuffed over her head.
Yeah, Julie not quite checking the right angle of the car, just jumping nonetheless. But at least EndGame have actually now gotten a player advantage. Nice Molotov onto the site. Trying to kind of sandwich the tees out there on the backside. And even though there was some good trades coming through, it is now EndGame actually winning their first round. And, well, that's it. We've been talking about the 6-0. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I said it on purpose. I wanted to jinx it. I wanted to get that caster curse out. I didn't want to see it, so we're not going to see it. And that was a great... Oh, we get to see this jump over. That's so funny. She hears it, and she's like, well, I heard that, but there's no one there. Perfect flash. Also, I think it was LaFlix set up the flash that allowed Sinon to swing out and find 2. So great retake, great use of utility. Going to see the bit of a Boomba Stomp boost here. The Younger can peek mid, but doesn't find anything. The money is still okay. Actually in a pretty decent spot for Black Dragons. EndGame's a little bit more meager. Only a couple of players with spare change here. So it's a critical one for them to win if they want to build up the economy here. Oh, the head! The dink. It actually comes through, but it's through the edge of the wall. Xena loses her head, though, on the other side. The player advantage early on going the way of the T's. Looks like mid might be where the aggression takes place.
Yeah, Nami definitely ready for this. Even through the wall, doesn't quite matter now. The flash will come through. Perhaps Nami can pick on with it. And definitely will do exactly so. There's even one more player, but obviously they're now going to try and run it back. Julie does open things up here over at A. And the bomb is making its way through long. Still, Julie needs to delay. And there's also not that much utility. There's not a smoke to cross with. So I guess a Molotov will have to do. And that's Julie losing the fight, though. Goddess does trade things out. Making this a 2-on-2. The bomb now being planted. And the CETs are so incredibly close.
Yeah, there's got a big utility here. This flash from Younger, it's going to be red though. The swing, it's perfect. Finds one. It's a 1-for-1 though. Younger now with the AWP against Nami. She's already tagged down, but that doesn't really matter when you're up against the AWP. Has a smoke. This close angle, it's going to be difficult. Misses the first shot. She swings out, repositions, and finds her. Great hold there from Younger. 1v2. They bring Black Dragons now up to 5. That money from EndGame. Just enough to sneak it by, but we're talking a tight one.
Yeah, it's only because of the small loss bonus they got, and just already Younger so much up in Pat, 8 kills to her name already, and definitely spotted out for a second. Oh, and I like this. Got us. Will be checked, but eventually, yeah, there was 1 kill. Good trade though, but instantly Black Dragons. I like what they're doing. They're not clumping together as what we saw the first time around. Now, looks like Black Dragons have set foot onto this B-bomb site with the CT's locked out through the utility. And also, they're a player down. So the retake looks like it's going to get real tough. Just one player lurking around the tunnel. Quite dangerous, actually, considering the low amount of money on EndGame. If they can actually hold on to the rifles, there's another shot the next round. But if they lose, it will get real tough.
Yeah, you got to keep those 3 players alive, just so that you can drop 2 rifles. Keeping 2 over puts you in a very awkward position, so it's very important that Luluzina stays alive here. Because no one pushes down to clear her, should be okay. These players actually sitting towards site and tunnel, so she's going to be okay. EndGame, get another shot in the next round. No AWP though. No one has anywhere near the money to purchase that out. It's going to be pure rifles across the board. Black Dragons showing us what we, I guess, have come to expect from them here on Dust2, these T sides. The super aggression, the nice mid-round calling, just knowing when to rotate. You know, they get the B-bomb site for free. It's a masterpiece so far. EndGame already have more rounds on Dust2 against Black Dragons than they did in the entire first matchup. So that's something, at least, to take home.
Oh, and EndGame, though. Oh, maybe not. They were very eager to try and push into B, perhaps for some intel. And sadly, that fight is being lost. So with that, oh, I like this answer though. Just right as Black Dragons was like, okay, right, we're gonna go straight to B now. The flank was coming in through mid, and Sinan is cleaning everyone up now. 7 kills to her name. And that is the answer we needed. Just when you think things will fall apart, it is sometimes the individuals that need to step it up. Getting now another round on the board for EndGame, but the money hasn't run out just yet for EndGame, for Black Dragons.
Yeah, that was a really well-timed info push there. EndGame were just looking to get info on the T's by pushing down Cat. They don't find any T's there, and then they catch them in mid. So it works out perfectly. And even with Goddess finding the kill towards upper B, doesn't matter in the end. So EndGame showing a bit of a sign of life here. Love to see it. That AWP now in the hands of Liflix as well. Plus a bit of bank now built up. If they're able to secure this round, that's going to put Black Dragons on the back foot and allow them to maybe build up a bit of a showing here on the CT side. So critical round here for EndGame. Once again, watching Younger take this shot in mid. Got to be careful contesting it there. Liflix going to be the one contesting first, though. Finds Dina. And be falling back as well, playing around this smoke. And the player advantage towards EndGame.
Ooh, gonna stay scoped in. Does time the flashbang perfectly. Tries to convert onto the second one, but it's not gonna happen. In fact, actually, Julie grabs 2 for herself, making this a 3-on-3. So anything is still possible. But Black Dragons will definitely rethink, leave Younger actually in pit. And, well, who knows? Perhaps they could pull off either a fake with the op or split up, but looks like the rest definitely will move away with the bomb, using Younger with still that smoke in hand to try and pull the CTs towards her.
Usually, leaving the AWPer in the pit indicates it's going to be a split through cap, but Younger's just playing pure distraction here. She drops the AWP, throws all her utility, just getting up in the grill, so she's playing the full sacrificial lamb here. I'm very surprised if she gets out of this with her life, and she absolutely does not, but she's done her job. That's the B site completely open. That smoke, a little bit of ride, but does the job. But the retake, even off the back of that, is now going to favor EndGame in the 3-on-2.
Yeah, and with that, there's only one smoke left that will now be thrown. And both players on Black Dragons are quite low as well. So they need to land every single shot they've got. The only good thing is only one single flashbang there for EndGame, and it doesn't quite blind them. In fact, they can now pick them all up one by one, and eventually the crossfire is set up as well. And Black Dragons, they win it.
Yeah, great execution of the strategy. I mean, I think the idea was Younger was supposed to find one there, but even though she doesn't, B-side is just so hard to retake. You know, it's such a small choke point, smokes and flashes. You know, it's just really hard to get past to that utility. So great response there from Black Dragons. You know, I think it came off the back of, I think Younger maybe, not Younger, sorry, LeFlix, sorry, the AWPer on EndGame, getting a little bit confident towards long. She gets those first two peeks and then peeks in for another. A little bit too hungry for those kills and gets punished for it. That 3v3 in the end panning out in the way of Black Dragons, and that's kept the money decent here for the Tears.
Ooh, the Flick's definitely spotting a player. But again, not the shots quite hitting in fast now. This was something I predicted earlier on, them taking long. And that's nice, because they actually have shot down the T side there, resulting in a player advantage now. Problem is, sometimes they do end up giving it away. There's a CC player right here over at B, calling in for backup, so that does leave mid completely open. But the good thing is for Black Dragons, or actually no, in favor of EndGame, they're walking to those two players still on long, but Nani now grabbing the opening. You can see Black Dragons eager to change site and perhaps from it go towards B. Oh, Nani, sadly, not able to convert onto another one. 22 HP left. Still a player advantage.
That was a critical duel. If Naomi had lost that one, then that was the B-side open and the round as good as done. Now LeFlix can post up here with the AWP. They're just going to walk straight into her, so it's an easy first frag, and the second just as easy. No utility to counter her, and the perfect angle to take it. So EndGame now finding their third, keeping 3 players alive as well, so they can start to continue to build up that bank. Still quite the round deficit here, so a bit of work behind them, but looking a lot more solid than the last time we saw them match up here. And showing a bit of variety as well to the way they're playing the CT side. We're seeing some of the long aggression coming through. We're seeing, you know, some mid aggression. Naomi here deciding not to commit to the mid aggression, because they are tech-nized and they are chasing her down. She goes down, but that chunky nade brings them down in response. You know, also getting a bit of a spray and kill there. Luduzina must have had a down cue because she just finds a kill out of nowhere. Although the bomb site has been secured and the bomb planted.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Black Dragons still get so much space, even if they do end up losing a round. Oh, even Julie now grabbing another kill. Dina, who knows what she can do with a Mach 10 and just 10 HP, does find up one more. And that is, well, to say the least, a lot of damage dealt.
I love the having the cameras. These EndGame girls are very expressive. Lilizina there just putting her hand to heart at how that round panned out. I think all of EndGame a little bit frightened at how that aggression had panned out from Black Dragons, but they are able to secure it in the end and save the AWP. You can see losing all those players has put them still in a tentative position. And Black Dragons, just off the back of not having that loss bonus built up, falls once again into one of these eco pistol buys, and this time it's going to be fast aggression towards Cat.
Ooh, and what with that, the pistol certainly overwhelmed the ult. Flick's not able to hold ground, leaving it all onto Nami. That's throw nade, tags up Nami a little bit. And look at this, the pistols are doing great damage. Not, oh, actually, now Dina has managed to pick up a rifle in the process. It's actually in quite a good position for afterplay. Still, the pistols do work, and look at this! With that last final deagle shot, actually, Black Dragon pull it off and grab another round, and that was their eco, resulting in EndGame's money completely being broken now.
The rush of pistols doesn't work once, try and try again. And yeah, just changing up the site works out perfectly. The Flicks is kind of caught out mid-rotation there, right? Like, she's in no woman's land, so to speak, and just can't get out. And with her going down, it's the disadvantage from the beginning. So even though the trades come through, it's not quite enough. And now the money reset. So it looks like they're going for a bit of a cheeky play here, but no one there to greet their cheekiness. So this flash ultimately going to blind no one but the birds flying in the sky above. Black Dragons just going to walk their way silently but deadly towards Long. And loud and proud now, shooting through to take down Caldezina. And that's going to be your bomb plant. And it's going to be a ninth round. There's nothing that they're going to do fearless. There's absolutely no way that EndGame can upset this one.
Yeah, unlike Black Dragons, their eco.
Oh, they're all lined up.
Yeah, if only she did it, and if only she got X-ray like us. Well, in fact, it's Julie getting 2 kills while blind. Nani just flicking onto the Flicks there, making this 9-4, nice clean round as we like to see it. And now EndGame is back with the buy round on the board. Hopefully they can answer right back. Now is the time to perhaps still make this a 9-6 half, which actually isn't that bad.
Yeah, I think they can deal with 9-6 if their T sides are as solid as they were on Vertigo. Younger. In the opening here, though, so looking like they want to push it to 10. Going to be pushing past the smoke. It's a risky move, and it doesn't pay off. It's a 1-for-1 trade, although Nami's stuck here in the back of the site, finds one and flicks. Wow, that was fast onto Younger, taking her down. There's no chance to respond. Pushes forward, but Nani finds her. Now the 2-on-2. Goddess has been lurking out in mid this whole time. She could be what makes or breaks this round for Black Dragons.
And the timing is a little bit off. Perhaps she does hear her now. At the same time, Dola Flicks spamming through it. And, well, Lilizina definitely, she's got us instead. Wanted to grab that kill so eagerly. And that leaves Nani all on her own. There's a smoke. Will delay things. She actually will reposition. Oh! They almost lined up as well, but because of that, also the damage wasn't quite enough. And EndGame grab another round in the bag. 5 rounds now for them. And this is now the last round of the half.
Jump peeking, a very effective way in a 2v1 of taking side control there, rather than risking giving the 1v1s. Jump through the doorway with your teammate in quick pursuit, and it'll completely disjoint the terrorist aim. So showing us how it's done on the retake there. EndGame getting their 5th. And it's going to be a full buy on both squads, fighting tooth and nail on this first half. Long control taken by EndGame. So they've gotten their first objective. Now they can set Lilizina all the way up deep long. Flex and Sinon can sit back at site, hold this. And at the moment, Cut is where this bomb is going. And it's going there fast.
Oh, definitely is. Nani, perhaps the first kill. Good flashbangs there. Sina not ready before she was unblinded. So Lila really tries to fight for the team, but really needs the backup of those 2B players to get there first if she wants to fight. Obviously, they need to fight, considering that this is the last one of the half. Lulu does fall, though. And now both CTs will come in from the same position. Just a single flash or a Molotov or anything will probably deal with them. And even now finishing with a clean round, 10-5 is the half. Definitely better than the first time around. But let's see what will go down in the second one after a short break.
And welcome back, everybody, to the second half here of Dust2. It is EndGame taking on Black Dragons. We're here on Black Dragons map pick, and they have got 10 rounds going into this CT side. What are your thoughts so far in this matchup, Fearless? Do you think EndGame have got it in them to deliver the comeback on the T side?
It's going to be real tough. You know, T side, this is where they had the problems the first time around. A lot is going to come down to this pistol. We do now see that actually quite a lot of utility brought up by EndGame. It's So perhaps that is good news that they can pull off a nice execute, grab some control. And right now, they're all sitting tight, hoping perhaps a cheeky CT will push into them. Not gonna quite be the case, but with the flashes and everything, we can easily get into long. And so for 2 players down on A. Oh, yep, and they will now be walking out. At least they crossed the first line of sight. Now Younger ready. Look at this, the defense so strong. All the heads are flying off. Only LaFlix able to grab one in return. Yeah, and that's not quite the way I think EndGame wants this one to go.
Yeah, Younger just tucked into the pit, able to just pick them off one by one. Finds 3 in the round there, so joined by her teammates in the process. But just that, I wouldn't even say crossfire, but just the distraction play, right? Because the T's, that angle towards long is much more favorable. So they're trying to find that player that's tucking on the long corner. And in the meantime, Younger could just pop up and down and then take them out with the USP. So great round there. Didn't get to see that decoy that got us sport come into play. I was excited to see what that decoy was going to do. Instead, going to see EndGame with Glocks running into mid and Goddess. Get to see her with a FAMAS. Tip-tap-tapping. Finds 2. Younger finding one of her own with the FAMAS. And it's FAMAS is across the board, except for Nani using the M4. So clean round there against the full eco. But this is the round that matters. The AKs with the chance to come out on EndGame's side.
Yeah, but of course by that, the gap is already widened by quite a bit. 7 rounds different now. And EndGame desperately need this one if they want to win a 2-0. Of course, for those who just tuned in, EndGame have won the first map just by an inch, 16-14 on Vertigo. But now Black Dragons are very eager to, just like the first time they were head-to-head, wrap this Dust2 and make it theirs. So far, 2 opening picks now in favor of Black Dragons. And EndGame once again completely shut down, even on their T side. And they need to rethink their strategy now. It looks like they will be backing off from long. And perhaps going at mid.
You know, I think it's a bit of a clever strategy from EndGame to basically not ban Dust2 in the first ban phase, because I think Black Dragons felt that they had to pick it because it was going to get banned in the second ban phase, and they really wanted to play it. So Black Dragons pick it. EndGame knew that Dust2 was coming out no matter what, but having it as the second map means that they do actually have the decide happening on Inferno instead of Dust2 like it was last time. So knowing that Dust2 is a much harder map for you against this team, it's much better if that's the second map, right? Because then it doesn't really matter if you lose it. Although they side here, so they're in the pros plan. There's a chance they could actually get this round. Numbers advantage not in their favor. No utility either, with all of it now expelled. Retake utility coming in hot and fast here. The flicks on the off angle there, finding one, and yeah, cleaned up. Sinon left alone, but manages to close it out. So as I was going on my monologue about EndGame playing the the veto to their advantage, they actually win the round and still have a chance in this Dust2 matchup.
Yeah, and keeping the money nice and low on the Black Dragon squad, that is really important, but they can still buy up. So there definitely is something to take into consideration, and EndGame certainly is with this timeout. Needing to just go over things, because there's still a large gap between the two teams that you really can't be giving anything away at this point. Of course, they would love to win this 2-0. And now that there is a bit more of a chance than the last time around, perhaps if they collect themselves together, they can actually pull it off. Julie is hurt a bit by the money. Needs to do it with just an MP9. So as far as weapons go, EndGame definitely has the advantage. And actually kind of a similar amount of utility on both sides. But of course, it's all about timings here and who pulls off what type of play. So again here, play is very eager to take some mid control. So it's not really being contested at all. EndGame actually being quite passive on their T side. A good thing is Corzina lurking around here in the B apartments, punishing Julie from pushing into that. But all the players are currently here out on long. It gets read. The 2 CT is so eager to push up close. Timing is going to be obvious. It's going to be dry peeking this actually, in fact. And the trade is instantly there. Not quite a play. Maybe to be pulled off by Black Dragons, leaving Younger all alone with the ult.
Yeah, I should hold on to this. Let's say you decide to hunt her, but that was it looked like a clever play from Black Dragons. They'd lost long, and so their response was to take mid control. And if they hadn't lost that duel towards upper B, right, that I think then they would have been able to easily take full control of the map and suffocate EndGame, but unfortunately it doesn't pan out that way for them. So EndGame going to be fighting back here with the 7th and keeping 4 alive, so their money can start to get built up. Lazino actually going to start looking as well, maybe trying to find this AWP. They can't afford one player to go hunting. Can't really afford more than one to go down, though. Actually, just going to sit here passive anyway. So Younger is going to be allowed to hold on to this AWP. Isn't really going to be anything behind it, though. And Black Dragons, with the round lead they have, they could opt to just force into this around the AWP, but safer play is just to go for the full eco. So we'll see what they opt to do.
Maybe they will be a bit cocky, but considering their very big lead, it's going to be a lot smarter to just eco. You're able to afford it, so why not? Just play it safe, win it out cleanly, because you don't want it to happen that because of that one force, you will end up losing more. Oh, it's very unfortunate that I missed timing as well. It was a good kill opportunity for Younger. But at least the intel is there, but not really anything that is able to convert into a kill just yet. Now 2 free openings for EndGame. But there are some answers back. Julie actually also picks up an AK in the process. But will get shut down, leaving Younger again all on her own. Does have to cross on mid, but still not a lot to work with that bomb now being planted over B. Ooh, actually. Oh, so close. Almost hit the shot, but now, yeah, you kind of need to run away. There's actually his team coming right into her. Oh no, she gets overwhelmed. Actually, it's kind of awkward for both of them. Now still here with the burst fire. Well, it was a nice distraction, as Corzina, you know, it was just to buy some time. And now they have stolen away the AWP. Actually handing it to LaFlix. And slowly, the gap is definitely becoming smaller and smaller. 12-8 is a quite reasonable scoreline. But of course, now Black Dragons has the buy round back on the board, which is definitely scary.
No AWP though, so that hunt at the end really pays off there. Younger had to find that first kill to be able to get out, but she's not able to do it. And now the aggression at long doesn't actually come out in the favor of the T. It's Lulu going down there, even though she brings Nani down in response. And Dina gonna push aggressively behind Smolly, so she can just sit here now, has a shadow advantage. Even with all the T's grouping up here, unless they do some sort of fun pop flash, she should be good for one, and is, and even setups for the second, finds her as well. The fix with a nice wall bang, so the trade response comes through, but it's now a 2-on-4 off the back of that. Younger, maybe in a position here. No, gonna back off. Play it safe. Group up with your teammates. Hold for this mid peak. Yeah, Nani, she's got the least amount of health. She's gonna be the one looking in first. Flicks backs up any further her head. Ooh, it's revealed, but it's not quite enough. And that nade, oh, it almost does it. This is a round of inches. There have to be something special here from the Flicks if they want to find a 9th here.
Ooh. But it certainly was really close. But yeah, with now 20 seconds left on the clock, a smoke right in front of the face. The only option really is to save. And yeah, that's the thing as well. You know, Black Dragons, they seem to be getting a lot of space for free almost. EndGame not quite anticipating them going that aggro. Of course, you know, hypothetically speaking, you think, okay, Black Dragons, they don't have an orb. They most likely now won't be peeking into long. But, well, little do you know that they just pull off the craziest things sometimes. Good for 2 opening frags. Leaving us now at 13-8. Black Dragons definitely very close to closing their second map out, making it a 1-1. But it's not over quite yet.
Yeah, critical round here for EndGame. Brought over those saved weapons. I think we're ready for Dina to push up this far. It looks like Navy might be considering it. In fact, this flash is perfect from Sinon. It's going to blind, but she comes a little bit slow and she doesn't clear the angle. The flash is perfect, but just didn't expect someone to be so far across by that point. Dina gets a freebie, and once again, she can hold Sentinel towards these long doors. She's now grouping up towards me at the players. One less player in Black Dragons. Have to move as a pack here. Ooh, coming in hot and fast. The flash is actually perfect for the wrong player. Got us going down there. Nani is able to respond in kind, so it's still a 4-on-3 Dina. She's now activated and pushed forward. Drops one. Now reflects aware of the position. Clears her out. A lovely headshot with the AWP, but still 2-on-3. Now this T is forced to regroup and decide what their next move is going to be. Just 30 seconds left on the clock.
With low time, they almost pretty much need to go in running out, but with that opening, that certainly makes things easy. Now smoke to cross with. And a bomb now on the site. Molly on the shore. This surely should be the bomb being planted. But it is still a 2-on-2, and actually the CTs are going to be coming in from the back through long. Which is good, because actually all the utility goes flying right the other way, and they're not looking towards long. Well, actually now just they are, and LaFlick's not able to turn around just in time to trade her teammate out. Nani will pick up the AWP and get the defuse in, making it a 14-8, creeping so close towards the end of this map.
It's the perfect call to go to long there. I think hearing the molly drop down short, you know, they suspect that EndGame don't have short control, that they're afraid of short, and so they decide to play around that, knowing that these players have to be playing exposed to long. And so both of them coming through on that flank sets them up perfect to take them down. The flicks would have required a very fast flick to find that second player, and unable to do so. So Black Dragons fighting back. EndGame now taking a pause to discuss their next steps. Their money is in a bad place, and they're up against map point if they don't secure this round. So making the call as to whether they force or whether they go against map point the next few rounds. They are going to force. So it's a do or die for the T's here on Dust2.
Yeah, I do think it's the right call. You know, they don't have a lot of pressure if they're going to be losing the map anyway. So if you still want to win it, now is the time to come in blazing with your guns. Already, they did lose the flicks, so not a very ideal start. And Junger now being on that short position does get blinded. So good utility use, but instantly shut down with that Molotov. And EndGame is instantly not so sure about short anymore, and will now rotate away through long actually.
Yeah, but they're kind of going to be going straight into the firing line. Dina is positioning herself perfectly every single time, and once again, a great position. Only finds the one, but brings down Lulu so low in the process. Your shot misses, does take down Lulu in the end, and Younger in a great spot here to just play with her food. Nani chiming in for one as well. Now it's just Naomi left, has 4 names to add to her book if she wants to take them to a 9th, but it's going to be difficult, particularly with her knife out, running into this AUG. Taps away, but not able to find the head. So Black Dragons pretty easily find their 15th here off the back of that round, and the money now completely down the drain for EndGame. It's going to have to be pistols of some description across the board, maybe a Mac 10 or 2 thrown in for good measure. We'll see if they opt for something a little bit crazy to wrap it off, or whether they just try and find picks of these pistols, but it's going to be a difficult one. The last one wasn't difficult enough.
Well, perhaps the Mate-10s can do it. Also, a couple of pistols might be good for some kills. Actually, get a lot of space here down mid. And it does divert some attention away, but won't be enough to probably deal with whatever this AT fence is. Younger still here with the op, spotted a player. And the bomb is in a tricky position. Does now get picked up. Nami needs to run away as fast as she can away from the door. But there's already a player waiting in mid. Very dangerous to make a sound right here. And even going back to A might not be the favorable option with 2 CTs ready there. Oh, and this is the thing as well. She will check the box, but not quite anticipating a player being there. So that is it. 16-8 here on Dust2. And the second map goes now in favor of Black Dragons, making it a 1v1. And that means we are going to a third map, which will be Inferno.